Hello, and welcome to another edition of Realtor Success, presented by New Horizon Financial Services. We provide marketing and management coaching to real estate agents to help them grow their business, while our accounting services help real estate agents save money in their business and on their taxes. I'm your host, Michael Oden, Chief Marketing Officer and Managing Partner at New Horizon Financial Services. Today, we are in the second part of our four-part series, How to Create the Real Estate Business of Your Dreams on a Shoestring Budget, the first 15 steps to realtor success. Today, we're going to be talking about the management of you, managing the inside and the outside of your successful real estate practice. We're going to be talking about time management, goal setting, as well as many other aspects of managing your business. Here are the four tenets that we build all of our training webinars and processes on: marketing, mindset, management, and money. We believe that these are the four tenets of a strong real estate business. So, again, management, managing yourself and your business. This is extremely important to run a successful real estate practice. Without a proper mindset and without proper management procedures, you are setting yourself and your business up to fail. Here's the outline that we'll be going through for our webinar. First, we're going to be talking about goal setting, communication management, time management, and space management. And again, the whole focus on managing you so that you don't end up like this nice young lady here, feeling like you're all over the place. You want to have a feeling of consistency and a feeling of systems within your real estate business, and we'll be talking about how you can implement that. All right, so let's jump right into it. Goal setting. With no vision, there is no success. And when I say vision, I'm talking about where do you want your business to be? Not where it is today, but where do you want your business to be so that we can build systems and processes from that point back to today for you to start implementing. So you need to have a frank and honest conversation with yourself and your team, and also your significant other or your partner, about where your income needs to be within your business in order to support your lifestyle. Whether that's $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, or whether that's $300,000, $400,000, or $500,000 a year. The number does not matter. You're not in competition with anyone else. You only need to be focused about where you need your income to be. From there, that will determine how much prospecting you need to do on a monthly, weekly, daily basis. And also, that will give us the time frame and how much time and energy you need to be devoted into the various aspects of your business. So again, you need to sit down, develop how much income you want to be able to derive from your business, so that then you can determine how much prospecting you need to be doing, as well as develop a systematic and a format for your daily schedule. Next, let's go into communication management. This is a big thing. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and all the other social media sites out there that are there for not only our business growth, but our distraction from our business. One of the things that I teach students that is a huge time killer is the telephone. Now, hold on for a minute. Let me explain myself with this. I know the telephone is the gateway to our business. Prospects contacting us getting back in contact with prospects, clients, listing appointments, buyers, etc. But here's the thing with the telephone. Many times we allow the telephone to be a distraction to projects that we are working on for the growth of our business. The telephone can be systemized in a way that when people call you, they are routed into a system where either you have a live answering service that does not cost much, that will answer the phone for you, and then be able to screen a phone call and direct that call to you live if it is of importance. Telephone calls that are of importance that need to be handled immediately are telephone calls from new prospects, so that you can have an immediate conversation with them, get their contact information, number one. Secondly, identify what it is that they have a need for, and then thirdly, set an appointment to speak with that person live in person. That's it. The telephone is not meant to take every last miscellaneous call, text message, etc., that will end up being a distraction to you and your business where you end up getting nothing done. An easy solution to this would be a Google Voice number. For those who don't know, Google Voice numbers are free. You can get one that has a local area code for your area. And the nice thing about that Google Voice number is that can be the number that you publish to the world and all your business cards, websites, etc. And when someone calls that Google Voice number, you have the flexibility to route that person to a third-party phone number. Again, possibly the answering service, possibly an assistant, possibly someone else who may be helping you out in your business, another team member, so that you don't have to take that call immediately, but you are aware of the call. Because the nice thing about it with a Google Voice phone number is that it will capture the phone number of who called. If they leave a voice message, it will transcribe that voice message and deliver it to you via email. If you are working on a project, if you're doing prospecting calls, if you're working on a Facebook ad and you are unable to take the telephone, I'm sorry, if you're working on ads or you're unable to take the telephone because you're working on a project, something that you need to be 100% focused on and committed to, you can log into your Google Voice account and tell Google Voice to say that you are unavailable for the next 2 hours, and calls can route to another number. Another nice thing about the Google Voice account is you can set it up with a round robin. So you can have your cell phone number attached. You can have the phone number attached to, let's say, your office. You can have the phone number attached to an assistant. You can have the phone number attached to a virtual answering service. And when you don't pick up, the phone still rings to those other sources and allows them to pick up. So again, you can stay focused and committed to working on what it is that you need to work on for your business to grow and to stabilize and to be systemized versus constantly picking up the telephone. The last part with having a phone number or an answer, a system for receiving calls in your business is when you have a third-party answering service. One that I personally use for my business is called Voice Nation. There are many solutions in the live answering service sphere that you can subscribe to that are very, very cost affordable, anywhere from $30, $40 a month to $75 to $100 a month for just a basic package of live answering. And then they also have what's called a Live Connect, to where you can give them just a basic script, and they can ask just some basic qualifying questions. And then based on how you laid out that script, the answering service can then connect that caller to you immediately so that you can take the call and you know that it's of importance and they've been screened. That will help eliminate phone calls that don't have any immediate impact on your business. Everything else that gets taken a message, you can simply call them back at the end of your day or at a designated part of your day that you designate to make return phone calls. So again, the phone can kill you. You need to have a systematic way of dealing with your phone so that you are not overwhelmed by it. The next part in terms of contact management is social media. You can die. Your business can literally die by Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Now, I'm not saying that social media is not an awesome tool. It is. We personally use Facebook and Instagram in our business. We have a Facebook group, a personal Facebook page. We post to it consistently. But here's the thing. We've set parameters and times around when we will engage with Facebook. And also, too, when we do for us doing ads, etc., I try to do these things at a designated time so that I'm not distracted by the notifications popping up, etc., and you having that just human desire to be engaged and interact with people. I try to set up a time block to where I'm going to do my Facebook posting, my Facebook ads, etc., and so I'm focused on that at that time, nothing else. The phone is routed to another person to answer, or the live answering service, so that I can be 100% focused on Facebook. Now, if I'm sitting in my doctor's office and I'm at the dentist's office and I'm waiting on them to clean my teeth, and I don't have any phone calls that I need to return or emails that need to be returned, yes, I will engage with Facebook. And it's outside of my typical scheduled Facebook time. But being connected with Facebook and constantly engaged with Facebook in an unsystematic way can be the funeral, the death to your real estate business. And then leading an email, the same thing can happen with email, where you're constantly looking at your email to see if you have a contract that came through, to see if someone contacted you about a listing, etc. Again, I'm not saying do not be engaged with these platforms. You absolutely have to in your business. It's a must, and on a daily basis. What I am saying is schedule the time that you're going to be engaged in these platforms on a daily basis within your business. Email is important. We receive many important communications and documents via email. Set a time and parameter to check email, 11 o'clock and at 5 o'clock. For 11 o'clock, you're going to check email for 30 to 45 minutes. Then you're going to do lunch. And then possibly at 5 o'clock, you'll check email at the end of your day before you go pick the kids up from school, or before you go home and spend quality time with your family. And you do that from 5 to 5:30, 5:45. And I guarantee you, the majority of your email is not a important, urgent now matter to your business. Many of it can wait a 24-hour time period to be responded to. The items that are critical within that email, maybe it's a listing, someone wants to change a listing appointment, or someone wants to schedule a listing appointment, or someone wants to schedule a time for you to go out and to show houses, etc. Those are the items that you will immediately deal with and address at that time when you are scheduled to deal with your email. The items about, hey, read this report, or hey, come to my website, we have this great training opportunity, or a girlfriend sending you an email about the upcoming weekend festivities for her bachelorette party. Those items can wait. Deal with email in the scheduled time with the items within your email account that are important to your business and make an impact to your business. The other items, you can put those to the side. And then also, do not forget the delete button within your email account. Items that come through that are not of importance, that do not have an impact on your business or your life, easily delete them. Don't even open them. Don't even engage yourself in them. Don't even get tied up into that distraction. So the next point in our webinar is time management. And we already talked a little bit about that in the previous section. But with time management, we really need to have an understanding of importance versus urgency. Now, let me delve into that a little bit deeper, because there's a vast difference between something that is important and something that is urgent. There are 4 tenets to this concept. This concept has been taught by many professionals. I have not invented this concept. I've learned this in many seminars and training programs that I've been involved in. But this is something that I want to share with you guys if you have not been exposed to this, because it can make a significant impact in your business, in your life, and in the results that you get. If you take a piece of paper and if you draw a horizontal line, and then if you draw a intersecting vertical line, you will have 4 quadrants. In the upper left-hand quadrant is important and urgent. In the upper right-hand quadrant is important but not urgent. In the bottom left-hand quadrant is not important but urgent. And in the bottom right-hand quadrant is not important and not urgent. So let's go back and delve deeper into these items. Upper left-hand corner, important and urgent. Those are the items that are fire. Those are the items that you need to address immediately. They are important to you, and they are urgent to you. A closing today where we have missing documentation that you need to get in contact with the seller or the buyer or a third party, etc., to get for the closing table, that is of importance and of urgency to you today. That needs to be addressed immediately. That's an example of what important and urgent is. Again, it's important to you and it's urgent to you. It has an immediate impact to your business, to your life, etc. The upper right-hand quadrant is where the magic happens. Things get solved, things get done immediately in the upper left-hand quadrant, but in the upper right-hand quadrant is the important but not urgent. So, Important, it is important to you, meaning that it is going to help you grow your business. It's going to help you get better results. It's going to help take you to, it's going to help you take you one step closer to the goals that you have defined for yourself, but it's not urgent. Let me give you an example of that. Prospecting is not urgent. Now, work with me here. And what I mean by that is the effort that you put into your prospecting today will probably not yield a result today, meaning that it's not urgent. If you're coming back to quadrant one, upper left-hand corner of important and urgent, if you do not get the paperwork or the necessary documents for that closing today, that deal will not close today. You will not get paid. It is urgent because it has an immediate impact on today, right now. Coming back over to the the upper right-hand quadrant of important but not urgent, it is important, meaning that it will have a dramatic impact on your business, on your life, on the results that you get, but it's not urgent for the day. So with prospecting, many times we fail to consistently do it because it's not urgent. Oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. Or, oh, I'm tired and I want to take a night off after the kids are going to bed and have a nice glass of wine, talk to my spouse. Or, I know I need to be working on that particular project. I sitting down and developing a true farm market, or working my niche marketing plan, or doing my direct mail campaign, or, again, working on my Facebook page. But, it doesn't have an impact on today. Right now, I just closed on a deal. I got some money in the bank. I'm okay. Yeah, I'll work on that tomorrow. No. This is the winner circle. This is where the magic happens in your business. When you're consistently working on the items that are important but not urgent, it will yield results for you tomorrow, the day after, the week after, the month after, and the year after. It's like planting a seed. If you go out into your backyard and you plant you plant an acorn for an oak tree, that oak tree will not be visible tomorrow, the day after, the month after, or the year after. But you better be dang sure that that oak tree will be visible 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years from now. And that is how you grow a sustainable, profitable business with results. It's by planting seeds today, working on the important but not urgent things that are going to yield results for you and your business tomorrow and the day after and the month after and the year after. So do not take the important but not urgent things for granted, because ultimately they are the most important things and the most important seeds that you need to be working on in your business. Moving on to the next quadrant of not important but urgent. Not important means it is not important to you, but it's urgent to someone else. If you have a buyer, a prospective buyer, who you've shown 50, 75 houses that match their criteria, that match their location, that match their price point, that have everything that they needed, but they have failed to pull the trigger, I'm not saying that you do not continue to work with that prospect, but the telephone calls and the emails from that prospect will not be immediately addressed, and you will address them in the time frame that you had to deal with email, the scheduled time frame that you had to deal with email, or the scheduled time frame that you had to deal with returning phone calls, or it may be the following day that you'll get back to them. They have shown themselves to not be truly ready to make that next move, and that's okay. We don't minimize or discredit that relationship. We maintain it, absolutely. Customer service is a must. But you realize that communication from that particular party is not important at this particular moment. It's important to them, but it's not important to you. It's urgent to them, but again, it very well may not be urgent to you. So another example of not important but urgent is a task or something that you may have to do for your business. Again, it's not important. It simply may be the grocery list. Shopping for groceries at 12 o'clock in the afternoon when you're not going to use those groceries until 5 or 6 o'clock at night to do dinner. It's not important at this particular moment. Yeah, you have to have groceries for the day, but that can wait until after work. Don't kill your schedule by addressing that at this particular moment. Again, schedule it, do it at the appropriate according time. Do not let it interrupt your day, your process, your system. Not important and not urgent. This is the trash can, simply put. These are the items that you should do nothing with because it's not important to you. It's not important to someone else. It's not urgent to you or someone else. The trash can. Many times it simply is many emails that we get. Honestly, it's simply many phone calls that we get. I make it a practice, and I don't do it to be mean, but I make it a practice of not returning some phone calls. I didn't say all phone calls. I say some phone calls because they are of no importance and of no urgency. It may be somebody simply trying to sell me something that I have no need for. I don't have a need for a water filtration system. I may have went to Home Depot, and the guy in the parking lot may have came out and had me sign a little slip of paper because he got credit for having people sign a slip of paper, and I wanted to do that for him. But then he gave it to the call center, and they called me about setting an appointment for someone to come out and do a water filtration presentation for my household. I'm not returning the phone call because I don't have a need for that. It's not important. It's not urgent. Be sure that you tag things and you trash things that are not important and are not urgent to your business and to your success that will get you results. The next piece is time management. So again, as we talked about, you want to block off your time. The only way to do this is to sit down, develop a schedule format for your daily basis and for your week, and you schedule off blocks of time, just like there are a critical doctor's appointment that you cannot miss. Personal time, time with your family, that is important. And if you don't realize it, personal time with your family balances the time that you invest in your business. Let me repeat that for you guys. The personal time that you invest in yourself and in your family balances and supports the time that you invest in your business. So it is critical that you make sure that you schedule the appropriate time to spend with your family and with your friends, because not only do you need to be engaged with those folks because they love you and they support you and they want to see your business do well, but you need to prevent the burnout, and you need to balance what you're doing in your business with downtime that will enable you to be re-energized and ready to go for business. Prospecting time. You need to block out prospecting time, and you need to block the world out when you're doing your prospecting. When you wake up in the morning and your CRM has new prospects in there, and let's say the morning time, which I highly suggest that the morning time be your prospecting time. And the reason I suggest that the morning is your prospecting time is because that's when your energy is the highest. Our bodies work like gas tanks. When you go to sleep, you rejuvenate, you gas your body back up. In the morning, your energy is going to be the absolute most high. When I do my best work is at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That's when I get up, my energy is high, the world is at sleep, and I can really delve into the content creation and also working on the business so that we have a great process for ourselves and my team. But for you, again, prospecting time, you want to have that blocked off, just like it is a critical appointment with your doctor that you cannot miss. So whether it's in the morning, whether it's in the afternoon, or whether it's in the evening, you want to have that time blocked off daily. Do not miss that appointment, and you will see results in your business over time by having that. Block off your administrative time. Administrative things are dealing with mail, dealing with the bills. Again, going back to what we talked about a little bit earlier, dealing with emails, etc. Have that time blocked off so that, again, you can attack it systematically without distractions, and so you can get more done in less time. And then business building. Business building is working on the business, the systems of your business, developing or writing down the training that needs to be done for yourself as well as your team, doing educational things in terms of seminars and webinars and live educational events that you need to attend to work on your business. You need to block that time off so that your business can systematically continue to grow and produce better results for you. All right, coming to the end here, space management. Home office versus working in an office outside of your home. It's a flip of the coin, folks. Honestly, I spend a lot of my time working out of my home office, but I do love being in a office environment where there are people. Now, let me dive into that a little bit because there are two different environments with two different energies. Working in my home office, there are many distractions in my home office at certain parts of the day. The mornings, kids and the wife, the hustle and bustle of the household, getting ready to go out and start their day. But once that's gone, there's generally no distractions in my home besides my dog Napoleon needing to go out to the restroom. There are generally no distractions in my home throughout the day. House phone doesn't ring. Who gives up their house phone number anymore? I'm disappointed that I even still have a house phone. Only reason why we have it is simply for the alarm system. But there are no distractions in my home. I have TVs up, but I'm not a big TV watcher, so I'm not tempted to watch TV. But for you, you may be tempted to watch TV. So working out of the home office may be a huge distraction for you. And I'll say this, and I'm being biased, and it's a joke, so please laugh. For the ladies, oh my God, if there is a piece of underwear or a t-shirt or a crumb on the floor, you may very well easily get distracted and go into clean mommy mode to where you end up spending 15 minutes to an hour and a half tidying up and cleaning up the house. Me personally, my wife gets on my tail all the time about dishes being left in the sink. But what I explain to her is, honey, I'm at home, but I'm not here. I'm at work. So you have to be able to take a look and be honest with yourself from the distractions of your home. Now, moving to the office environment. The office environment is great. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of things going on. You may have prospecting sessions where everybody's sitting in a call center room, and everybody's going at the phone. They're contacting, prospects for sale, for listing appointments, buyer engagements, etc. But there's a whole lot of water cooler talk in the office. Hey, man, did you see the game last week? Hey, girl, you want to go out to lunch? And you end up at lunch instead of 30 minutes or 45 minutes, you end up there an hour and a half because now you're talking about, issues that are going on in your personal life, etc. Now, I'm not saying that these things are not important. Personal engagement absolutely is. Those of you who have met me either in person or seen, are communicating with me on Facebook, you can tell from my tone that I'm a very, very personable person. I love people. Dealing with people is my favorite job in the entire world. But when I'm working on a project, when I'm working on something that is of importance, I literally shut the world out because I cannot afford the distractions to my thought process and to the delivery of what it is that I'm working on. So there's balances between the two. Home, it can be lonely sometimes, but it possibly can be a minimization of distractions. In the office, it may very well be high energy, but it also may be a possibility for a lot of personal, interpersonal distractions and conversations. So you just have to be honest with yourself and determine what's going to be best for you and for your business and how you want to grow. Also, time margin management. This is a bonus. You want to win while others rest. And let me explain that to you guys. But let me state it one more time just so that it can sink into your subconscious. You want to win while others are resting. What I mean by that is there are many things that you can be doing within the margins of your time that will enable you to be more successful. Example, in the mornings, I normally get up anywhere between, if I go to bed, I normally get up anywhere between maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, do some work, and then I have to get the kids up and get them ready to school, do breakfast, etc. I want my wife, while she scurries off to work, I'll have my audiobooks playing, and I'll have my headphones on sometimes, or I'll just have the audiobook playing aloud while I'm getting my kids ready for school. While I'm fixing their breakfast, I'll have Think and Grow Rich playing, or I'll have another book going on, an audiobook going on, so that I'm listening and I'm getting information and I'm feeding my subconscious mind with information while I'm doing something else. Later on in the day, when I'm maybe doing dishes, I'm listening to an audiobook or information. And while I'm at the gym, I can be listening to an audiobook. When I'm driving around town, whenever I'm in my car, I'm listening to an audiobook. 5 to maybe 10% of the time do I engage with either talk radio or just radio enjoyment, period. 90% to 95% of the time, I'm engaged with educational materials, be it audio, in the fringes of my time in the car when I'm getting the kids ready, etc. Exercising, being in good shape, and me personally, um, I had a journey with exercising and getting into better shape or better health. Probably it's 2015, so 2 years ago, probably was at 205, 210 pounds. Obviously overweight. I'm 5'9" and a half. It's way out of my weight range. So what I did is I started working out. I lost 35 pounds. I'm in the best shape of my life. I feel great. Energy's high. The missus is kicking me off of her. So I've committed the time and the resources to exercising and maintaining my health. But how I've done that is I do a lot of exercising in the fringes of my time. So in the mornings, before everybody gets up, before I start working, I'll go outside and run a walk for 10 or 15 minutes. Right? In the evening, after the kids have gone to bed, I'll go out and my wife and I, we may run a walk for 10 or 15 minutes. Now, you know, you may, in our minds, we say to ourselves, I need to work out for 45 minutes or an hour every day. But sometimes you may not have an hour or 45 minutes at one setting to work out. But you may have 5 or 10 minutes here, or you may have 10 or 15 minutes there throughout the day, where you're probably engaged in Facebook, that you could use to exercise and start to push yourselves towards your goals of being in better health. So make sure you look at opportunities to work within the fringes of your time, the margins of your time, to exercise. Prospecting. Again, same thing. If you've gone out to a listing to view it prior to actually bringing your buyers over there, so that you can make sure that this is something that would fit their criteria. You're in a neighborhood, and if it's a neighborhood that you would like to prospect, like the farm, make sure you keep some door hangers with you and leave 10 or 15, 20 door hangers in every neighborhood that you visit. When you go on a listing appointment, after you said your pleasantries to your neighbors, after you said your pleasantries to the prospective client, hopefully you had a signed listing agreement when you leave, take an extra 5, 10, 15 minutes, walk the neighborhood, drop door hangers on the doors after the listing appointment. Even do it before. Get there a little bit early. Instead of jumping on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, get there 10, 15, 20 minutes early. Make sure you don't sweat. But you can drop 10 or 15 door hangers or 20 door hangers on the neighbors' doors in that particular neighborhood. So again, you just haven't went to that neighborhood and talked with one person. You may have went to that neighborhood, and if you spent 10, 15, 20 minutes doing door hangers before, 10, 15, 20 minutes doing door hangers afterwards versus checking Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, you possibly may have engaged and had an impression on 50 people from one appointment. And if you go on 2, 3, 4 appointments a week, you can do the math. The numbers add up. So you can prospect in the fringes. Also, whenever you're sitting down to eat, your waitress, waiter, the maitre d' up front, the owner of the restaurant, etc., you can take a few seconds to introduce yourself, give them your business card, ask them if they have any real estate needs, etc., that you may be able to help them out with. You're not looking for a sale today. You're looking to build a relationship, and everybody has a need for real estate. Everybody has to have a house over their head. So everybody is a potential prospect. And just slightly introduce yourself and build a relationship with those folks, especially if it's a place where you go often. Make sure that you introduce yourself, and then also make sure that you're following up when you're there. Just say, hey, I was here a couple of weeks ago, so again, wanted to say hi. Again, don't forget about me if you have any needs, etc. Hey, by the way, I got a great newsletter. I'd like to add you to it. Just gives great information about the neighborhood, etc. Can I get your email address and add you to it? Oh, wow, cool. Great, thanks. I appreciate that. I'll set you up on the email list. If you see anything in there, just got any questions, just feel free to give me a call. Again, you're prospecting in the fringes. All right. So, that being said, let's hit our executive summary and get back to work. Again, goal setting. You must have a vision or you will quit. If you don't know where you want to go, you'll be driving around in a circle, not knowing where you're at or where you want to go when the breakthrough that you may be looking for is right there. But because you don't have a vision about where you want to go, you'll never be able to see it, and you'll end up quitting. I've seen it happen time and time again. We all know that the real estate industry, being a realtor, can be a fickle business. A lot of people come and go from the business because of that reason alone. They get into it without a vision, and they want to make money, but they haven't set a plan for where they want to go so that they could chart their course to that destination. And so they just end up failing. They wallow around for a while, and then they just fall out and try to go seek another career. Communication management. The world will not end if you do not answer every Facebook notification, every tweet, every email, every phone call immediately. I promise you, I've done it, and you are still listening to this call. That lets you know it's not The Walking Dead. The world will not end if you do not immediately make yourself available to every means of communication immediately. Time management. Building time blocks. You want to have your daily schedule blocked out for the things that you know you do on a daily basis, that you need to do on a daily basis. And you want to treat it like it is a doctor's appointment that is critical and that you cannot miss. Space management, again, you want to be honest with yourself, and you need to be honest with how you want to grow your business and how you want to be engaged with your business. Working from home may be it for you. Working in an office environment may not, or vice versa. Just be honest with yourself and make the decision according to what best fits you. And then again, make sure you work within your margins. While others are resting, you want to be winning. Again, the biggest thing, one that I mentioned before, is like when you're on prospecting appointments, you want to do some prospecting in the fringes so that you can make sure that you're maximizing your time. With that said, guys, that's the end of today's webinar on the management of you. As always, we have our free live coaching every Tuesday, 12 to 1 p.m. There's the dial-in information. You can always contact us. You can go to our Facebook group page, Realtor Success. You can also go to our business page, New Horizon Financial Services, if you need contact information, etc. But again, if you have questions regarding to the management, the marketing, the money aspect, or the mindset of your business, that's what we're here for, Realtor Success Coaching. Free, live, every Tuesday, 12 to 1 p.m. Again, here's the contact information for our Realtor Success page. All of our free training and information, you can go through, you can hit freerealtortraining.net and get all that those free resources. That is my personal email address. So if you have any questions, needs, etc., shoot me an email. That is my direct line. You can give me a phone call. Doesn't always mean I'm going to pick it up, but be sure to leave a message, or better yet, text. And that's our company website. If you have any questions and you want to poke around on the website, see what goodies that we have for you, make sure that you go there. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again. This is Realtor Success presented by New Horizon Financial Services, the most creative and cool accounting firm on the planet. I'm your host, Michael Oden, the Small Biz Surgeon. I wish you guys much success. Talk to you soon.